Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. So the other day we were talking about this old Coleman stove and the different fuels that you can run in it. Of course, you know, the Coleman fuel, pump gas, just unleaded, and of course kerosene. Now the issue with running kerosene is that it has a higher flash point, and so you have to preheat the generator tube to get the fuel flowing. Now, there was some comments that said there's a modification that you can make to these stoves to help that process along. So that's what we're going to do today. I know some people are like clutching your pearls, saying, you know, you don't want to run kerosene or maybe even diesel in these, but we're just messing around. If you're worried about it, follow the manufacturer's recommendations. But I'm going to pull you in here and I'll show you what we're going to do here. So what we need is just some copper wire. Now, I got mine out of some Romex that I had laying around. This is just some tin too. Just get a slit started and then chuck it up in your vise here. And then you can just grab it with some pliers and strip it right out. Easy peasy. Now, the next thing we need to do is we got to get this tube off of the tank here. So, we'll get that out of the way. And we'll just take a stripping wrench here and disconnect this tube. Now there's a spring and a long skinny rod in here, so you want to be kind of gentle with it. And we're just taking this out so that it'll be more manageable. So yeah, so here's a long tube, and on the end is a real fine piece of wire. That's what helps regulate your fuel flow. So we'll set that to the side, and then next we're just going to chuck this up in our vise. We'll make sure that we get on that nut there so we don't damage this tube. All right, next thing we want to do is take our wire and we're going to put a little bit of a bend in it just to get it started. Kind of like that. We want it a little bit tight around this tube. So we'll kind of hook it on there like that. And next we'll take some vice grips and we're going to clamp it down onto this thing. That's going to hold it on there. And then that way we can just start wrapping this wire around here. And the reason that we're doing this is we want to add some thermal mass to this tube. And somebody had told me to go check out Jiu-Jitsu 2000, and that's where I picked this up from. Pretty neat little trick. We want it pretty tight around this tube because we want it to make contact. Copper's a really good conductor of heat. So we're just going to wrap this whole thing here with this copper. And yeah, if you need to, you could put some pliers on there or whatever, but those vice grips hold it pretty well when you tighten this up. We don't want to bend our tube. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. Just kind of wrap this whole thing like so. And like I say, you know, I'm not recommending you do this, but we like to experiment. We may even try to run some diesel through this. That's really dirty fuel, But the idea is that in a pinch, a guy could do it if he needed to. Okay, I'm gonna see, I'm gonna get a bigger pair of vice grips. And let's see if we can get all this clamped to the vise. There we go. Nope. Well, then we'll go back to the way we had it. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. See if we can squeeze that up a little bit. If y'all know a better way to do this, put it down in the comments. I'll try to edit this maybe. I don't like to edit videos, but y'all know where the fast forward button is, so use it. While we're waiting, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe button for me, will you? It helps us out a lot. Now, if you don't have any Romex laying around, you can strip down some regular old wire. I always seem to have some Romex. Okay. Oh. All right, we're just about done. All right, now we got that done. We can reinstall this onto our tank. Be careful not to hit that tip. It is fragile. And probably a good idea to go ahead and clean this tube out while you got it off. A piece of guitar string will fit in that orifice or jet. There we go. Tighten it up. And then we can just reinstall this onto our stove. Like such, guys. So, yeah. Now we've got a little bit more thermal mass on this thing. In the next video, we'll do some tests and see if the kerosene lights a little bit easier, and we'll even run a little diesel through there. So, hey, leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Have a blessed day.